So for no apparent reason, I just wanted to make a Warframe tier list because I just need content on my channel. So a lot of Warframes I don't have, but okay, well, let me restart here. Most Warframes I do have. I don't have all the primes though, which I mean, okay, prime and classic Warframe, yeah, sure, makes a difference. But I mean, in most cases, you know if an Warframe is ass or not. All right, so let's start off. Octavia, S tier, undoubtedly. OP damage, OP sustain. I mean, you really can't go wrong with the energy regen. You just can't go wrong with Octavia. That's just undoubtable fact. Hydroid, pretty ass. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, you get the Pilfering Swarm augment. It gives you more loot. But really, I mean, I feel like there's better options. I think Necros is a much better option. And I mean, often when you activate your fourth ability, the Kraken ability, enemies just get stuck in walls and they just glitch out, and sometimes they just can't die. So, I'm just going to toss in the tier list because I just don't care. Let's see. Valkyr. If you don't have the augment where you get an extra 2 seconds on your ultimate when you activate it, or your fourth ability, not ultimate, she's just okay. I mean, she's a tank, an absolute tank. That's an undoubtable fact, probably the best tank in the game. But I mean, how often are you going to use a tank, and tanks aren't really that fun? She's not really fun. I'll put her in the B tier, but if you have the augment, you can put it in her Yeah. You could definitely put nah. What am I doing? Nah. There we go. Cool. All right, Saren, S tier. I mean, I've only had the actual Saren frame, not Saren Prime, because it's too damn expensive. Titania, super fun to play when you're flying around. Not very practical though. I'm gonna put her in A tier just because it's just more fun than Valkyr. I'm gonna be honest. And I mean, your passive when you activate your fourth ability, it's pretty nice. Jump buff is really nice. Wisp is really nice if you're trying to poop sock the game and trying to do a boss fight. Get that extra health and some like 0 health frames. And I mean, okay, the fourth ability is kind of garbage. I'm gonna be honest. I would never. I had her, got rid of her because I just wanted to replace it with the prime frame. So why not? So here's Mirage. I want to see if I can find just the classic Mirage because I've had Mirage and Mirage Prime. So I mean, not okay. Augmented, OP, pretty much Saren level without augment, still fun. I'm gonna put her. So the ability Eclipse or whatever that ability is, where she gets damage reduction if it's nighttime and damage buff if it's daytime. If it was just a damage buff, she would be S tier. I'm gonna put her A tier with like minimal explanation just to piss people off. Loki. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean for stealth missions, sir, if you're trying to just farm some certain relics, I guess you could. Oh no, Hydrate, you stay in D tier. I mean, his fourth where you just take away their weapons. Just get a DPS ult or like some crowd control. It's just pretty booty. I mean, I would much rather play Ashe than Loki. I'm gonna put Loki in D tier because I'm just at the point where I don't care. All right, okay, I've never had Excalibur Prime because I just haven't been there long. Wukong and Wukong Prime are very fun to play. After his rework, very useful. I'm gonna put him in A tier because that was the Sacred Staff or whatever it's called. That's super nice. The clone where you make yourself a clone, very nice. The Cloud Walker, self heal, and you get to just run around the place. All right. Oh god. Harrow. Really nice to have one on your team. Okay to play. This is a combination of fun and functionality at this point. All right, this is very. If you want to debate me, comment. Okay, I've never had Neza Prime. I could get Neza Prime if I really wanted to. I just don't know, so I'm gonna have to leave her off. Limbo. People hate Limbo, but Limbo's such a good frame. I mean, I can understand you getting pissed at Limbo when you're stuck in the rift or whatever. But okay, the energy regen, the fact that you can stop enemies. If you're doing that orb thing and the Orb Valis when you're getting the lava stuff out of the ground, Limbo's a go-to frame. I'll put him A tier, just to keep people safe. Korra, never played. I mean, I know you got Venari. Sure, cool. Ashe, all right. Put Ashe A tier or B tier. I'm gonna put A tier because I have Ashe Prime, so it's just pretty drippy. But the Shuriken augment, you know, you can nerf the shields or armor, whatever you want. That's pretty nice. And the Invis, it's very nice for farming. So, I mean, it's easier to get Loki than it is to get Ashe, but it's easier to get Ashe Prime than it is to get Loki Prime, because Loki Prime is so expensive. I don't know what the markets are right now, but I know for a fact Loki is probably just still super expensive, but Ashe might be too. Baruch. Every YouTube video I see of people soloing, people bring Baruch, so I'm just going to put him in S tier even though I've never had him, because I don't want to put that much effort in the game. Ivara Prime. So nice. And, I mean, it's fun, and she's a good Warframe. But, I mean, I wouldn't put her S tier because the Artemis bow really isn't good. The quiver stuff, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I just put Ivara A tier. Alright. Hildren. Haven't played Hildren. Really nice to have one on our team. I would rather have a Hildren on my team than an Ivara. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put Hildren in A tier. With that fire augment too they added a while ago, that's pretty nice. Zephyr, I mean, kind of meh. The tornado augment where you get like 8 tornadoes pretty much makes her acceptable to play. Because it's very irritating when an enemy is in the air just flying, getting glitched all over, to the point where you can't end a defense. I'm going to put her in C. Oberon. Pretty nice to have, kind of fun to play when you're just throwing enemies around. Its passive's kind of useless unless you have, you know, a pet that you've put form into, which I don't know why you do that unless you're just socking the game. I would put Oberon A tier because you can cancel status effects with whatever the Grove move is. Okay, what do we got now? Revenant. Never played Revenant. Titania. Did I put Titania Prime on here, or did I put Titania? I feel like I put Titania Prime on here. Get out of here. All right. Let's see. Excalibur. Easiest frame to speedrun the game with. Is Excalibur fun? Kind of, but just gets very boring after you just press 4 all the time. Or whatever what's that, like R1 and triangle on console. So, I mean, A tier. Because, I mean, all you've really got... I mean, they got the flash move. That's pretty nice if you're trying to do a stealth or get those elims. All right, Mag. Mag is slept on. Honestly, too many people shit on Mag. But it's very nice to have in a high level or, like, any kind of survival or defense. Shields are nice. The pull is kind of OP with the... what's that bow called? I don't even know what that explosive bow is called. Where it's the Kuba weapon, the Brahma. There we go. Yeah. I'm gonna put Mag A tier. Debatable, but A tier. Let's see. I'm gonna move Titania down one for because I don't think she's A tier anymore for some reason. Gara S tier. Don't fight me on it. You know, you have the OP defense. You know, I would rather bring a Gara than a Frost on a defense mission. You could do insane damage. You could just do insane damage stacks. It's stupid how OP Gara can be. Let's see what else we got. Garuda. I think she's one of the most fun frames to play, but her fourth is really nice and she can get energy off herself. But if you get hit with like a toxin or a gas proc, you're kind of screwed. I'm going to put her in B. I think she's pretty fun. I'll put her in high. I don't even know if I'm doing it. I'll put her at the end. I don't care at this point. Chroma. Good solo frame. Fourth ability is useless. You can only really use the Vex armor and the Elemental Ward. But you can do OP damage. And you can be a really nice tank. And this looks super... Chroma Prime just looks so cool. That's an undoubtable fact. I'll put Chroma in A tier. Okay. Inaros. I mean, I think Inaros is more fun than Valkyr. If you can get, I mean, if you want to be just a goofball, just do ability range and use your first ability, just dust them, just solo snipe them. I don't even. Inaros with the Scarab Swarm armor really isn't that. Alright, you know what? I have Inaros Prime. I don't care. A tier. That's how it is. Mesa can do insane damage, but can get dropped easily unless you use the ability where you get damage protection. Put her in A tier. You know, a lot of these Warframes are in A tier, but I mean, it's kind of hard to have like a bad Warframe unless you're these three. Let's see. What do we got next? Nidus. I'm gonna put Nidus S tier. You can get insane stacks. You know, your health base, so you know electrical procs aren't gonna destroy your shields where you get absolutely touched. And the self heal and the fort. All of his abilities are useful. Let's see. Who do we got next? Banshee. I think Banshee's fun. I gotta get Banshee Prime once she comes with the rotation along with Mirage Prime for PC. Because I have Mirage Prime on console, but I don't play console. Banshee's fourth ability is really nice in defenses. Because you can just chill, hold 4, do whatever you want. Silence is kind of nice. The radar is kind of nice for stealth missions. But overall practical use, B tier. I mean, because I'm not cracking my Warframes at like 8 Forma. I don't like grinding for Forma. Unless you do the Nightwave challenges, and that's easy, but... Alright, Nova. Nova, I don't know. Once you kill the Raptor like 10 times, you get the Nova parts, you really don't want to play Nova. People are just going to shit on me, but we'll put her in B tier. I mean, the teleporter's kind of nice. You can do some good damage amounts, but I just don't think Nova's fun. Ember. I think A tier frame. I'll just put it at the end. A tier frame. I don't know. Ember is such a touchy subject because with their new rework, she's really nice for defense missions. If you have the Riven where you can't take any damage on a defense mission, you'd pretty much have to bring an Ember and a Frost. Okay, Atlas. I think Atlas is super fun to play. He's not the most functional Warframe, but he's super fun to play. You can get 1,500 armor and just go beast mode. I still have to get the augment where you can just get a cracked rock pet, whatever you want to call it. Super fun, or a pet golem, whatever. But Atlas A tier. Let's see. Oh, and the rock punch. You know, that combo pretty stacks pretty well. Volt. I don't care. Fourth ability, paralyze everything in your area, kill it, just run the show. Frost. Alright. Gar is better than Frost, but Frost is still fun to play. Because you have the Avalanche, you can just freeze everything. You have your Bubble, which you can break and do damage. And you have the Ice Wave, which is just so cool to see. I mean, I think he's got some of the coolest abilities. Alright, who do we got next? Necros. For loot functions and tanking, Necros is very fun. I think I'm going to move Inaros down because I would rather have a Necros. I would rather play Necros as a tank than Inaros, just so I can get the extra loot. Let's see. You do need an augment to tank as Necros, though, which is kind of an L. Like, the augment idea is good, but sometimes it's stinky. Alright, what do we got now? We have Grendel. Never played Grendel, just seen people play him, and they're absolutely useless. So I'm going to just put Grendel in D tier. Nyx, pretty useless, unless you do the stupid combo with your augment, where you just fly around, do the E slam, and then, you know, just keep her going. So I'm going to put Nyx in C tier. The fourth ability is kind of nice once they start shooting each other. Alright, what do we got now? Trinity. Never had Trinity. I have all the parts of Trinity, but I don't have whatever it's like the 10,000 or 8,000 something cryotic. I don't want to grind for that. At this point for Warframe, I'll get on like once every 6 months just to trade to get a prime Warframe. But it is very nice to have a Trinity on your team, to say the least. I'm going to put Trinity... I'll put Trinity A tier. If you're doing Tridalon, you definitely need a Trinity. What do we got next? Is that Goss? I don't even know if I'm seeing everything. Nope, this is Goss. Who is this? Is that Zephyr Prime? That has to be Zephyr Prime. Otherwise, I'm sure. Are any of the others things Zephyr Prime? No. No. Okay. Rhino. Okay, if you're trying to speedrun the game, but you don't want to play Excalibur, go for Rhino. Easy tank. You know, you just can't really go wrong with the Rhino. Very nice to have. I will put Rhino A tier because I think he's more fun than Excalibur to play. Because you can just do insane damage with your whatever the Rhino call, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, Equinox. I never really still understand Equinox's abilities just because I goof so much, not knowing if it's their day is which. But the amount of abilities and versatility Equinox has, I'll put her A tier. I'll put her A tier. Let's see. This is a very biased list, just because I have certain frames, I don't have certain frames. But let's see. At least I acknowledge that. Valbon, rework, very fun, but not the most functional. I will put Valbon B tier. I just think for crowd control, I'd rather have a Frost or a Rhino. Goss, A tier, undoubtedly. Fourth ability, you get that static discharge when you're just juiced up. Your sprint speed, really nice. You can get shields. You can pretty much be immortal. You just impossible to hit also. Absolutely insane. Protea, never had Protea. Just didn't want to grind. Most of the Warframes I don't have. It's just me not wanting to grind for them. Because I think I'm high enough level to get Revenant stuff, but I just don't want to just do the quests. It's just an F in the chat. This game's too much of a grind. If you're gonna play it, just have fun with it. Honestly, don't watch those YouTube videos like, oh, this is the best weapon in pen and paper, ooh. Because you're gonna get it and you're not gonna have anything else to do, and you're gonna want to quit the game, and then you quit and you never play this game. So, yeah. All right. Well, that was my Warframe tier list speed run. Not really a speed run, but yeah.